Hey everybody, it's Lisa here from Watch Lisa Try. I'm thinking about doing the David Goggins 4x4x48 challenge where you run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. And I'm Canadian, so I have to translate that into kilometers. It's 6.5 kilometers about. But I'm also a triathlete. As much as I love running, I love swimming and biking too. And triathlon is what gives me a lot of focus, and it is my passion. It's part of my identity at this point. So when I was swimming laps this morning for 45 minutes, there's a lot of thinking that you can do because you're just in a lane swimming. So it's when I was thinking about the David Goggins challenge, and I decided to modify it for a triathlete. So I came up with the triathlete version or triathlon version of the 4x48 challenge. So here are all my cue cards, and I actually wrote out a schedule as well. So what I've done is I built it basically around the pool schedule. So I go to the pool at 5:30 in the morning, and I know that's when the lanes are open. I know everybody that's there. I know that I can make that work. So what I did is I scheduled 2 swims at 5:30 in the morning, and then just alternated the bike and the run every 4 hours in between those. And it actually worked out perfect. It's my bike at 1:30 in the morning here, and then exactly 4 hours later it's 5:30 in the morning. So I can be at the pool for swim number 2. And it works out for all 12 workouts. So I get 2 swims and then 5 of each, 5 bikes and 5 runs. So that's what my plan is. And I've got my little schedule. I posted it on my page of when I'm going to do all these things and the distance. So for the distance, Goggins says, or I think it's Goggins. I mean, all the stuff I've been watching on YouTube says you can do other things. Like you could do like pull-ups or push-ups or whatever instead of going running. So as long as it's about 45 minutes. So because that's the time for most people to do a 4-mile run or a 6.5K run. So each of these, it takes me about I can do about 1,500 meters. Actually, I do a little bit more than that in 45 minutes. So 1,500 to 1,900 meters is what I can do in the pool. The bike, I'm guessing about 20 kilometers. I'll just use Zwift. And then, so my bike will be all set up on the trainer and ready to go. And then my run, I'll just do outside. I know everybody on the internet says to keep the runs flat and easy. I do not live in a flat community. I live on the side of a mountain, so I'll have to figure out my route for the run with, just an average 5K loop around my neighborhood. I gain over 100 meters of elevation just from going for a run around the block. So I'll have to figure out a 6.5K run with as little elevation change as I possibly can. Just knowing that I live on top of a hill and there's only one way to get back up when I get back from my run, and I don't want to drive. So so that's my plan. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. I think it'll be fun. It's definitely going to give me something to focus on for the winter as we transition into the winter season after such a glorious sunny summer here in Vancouver. So I've kind of been slacking lately since my last triathlon and the fondo and everything. And I think a challenge like this, whether you do a triathlon version or a whatever version for whatever you like to do, or you just do the original Goggins challenge. I know he holds it in March, I think I've heard. Just give it a shot. I'm finding it fairly motivated. Suddenly I'm kind of motivated to get back into my regular training plan before I get into off season for the winter until I start training for the Ironman. So let me know what you think, and I'll let you know how it goes. Oh, and on the back, before I go, on the back of these cue cards, so I've made the cue cards so that I can tick off each one. Like, so when I do one, I can tick these off. And then as I do the exercises, what I'm planning on doing is I can pull these off and actually write on the back and kind of just give a little short description of how the workout went, how I'm feeling. I think that'll be kind of interesting, especially when I'm doing the ones that are like 1 o'clock in the morning and and so on and so forth. So that's kind of my plans with the cue cards. And then, of course, I'll write it all in my training journal, like where I write everything else. Okay, that's it. Cheers.